Hello everyone. In the previous class we have started discussion of dipole moment. Dipole moment. What is dipole moment? Dipole moment is defined as the product of electric charge and the distance between the charges. The product of electric charge on any one atom and the bond length. The product is called what now? Dipole moment. Okay. So now important area in that is what now here? Calculation of resultant bond moments. Calculation of what now? Resultant bond moments. Resultant bond moments. Okay. Yeah. See here. Let AB and AC are two polar bonds. Here AB is one polar bond. AC is one polar bond. AB is one polar bond. AC is another polar bond. Inclined at an angle theta. So what is the angle here? Theta. Their dipole moments are mu1 and mu2. So mu1 is what? Dipole moment of AB bond. Mu2 is what? Dipole moment of AC bond. For the AC bond, the bond moment is mu2. So this mu2 is called what now here? Bond moment or dipole moment. So bond moment of what? AC bond. Bond moment of AC bond. For AC bond, what is the bond moment here? Mu2. And mu1 is what? Mu1 is what? Mu1 is called bond moment of what? AB bond. Is that clear? Now AB and AC bonds are inclined at the angle of what now? Theta. Okay. And now mu r is what now? Mu r is called resultant dipole moment. What is called? Resultant dipole moment, mu. So resultant dipole moment is called mu r. R is what? Resultant. So resultant dipole moment mu r. Okay. So this is a resultant dipole moment of AB bond and AC bond. Due to AB bond and AC bond, the resultant dipole moment will be taken as what? Mu r. Mu r. Is that clear? What is the molecule central atom here? A. A is attached to B atom and also C atom. Is that clear? Like that. Suppose you take now what here? H2O. In H2O, O is attached to what? Hydrogen atom and hydrogen atom. Here, what is the angle? 104.5 degrees. What is the bond angle? Theta. 104.5 degrees. Between OH bond angle is this. And for this OH bond, what is the dipole moment? Mu1. For this OH bond, mu2. And resultant dipole moment. Resultant dipole moment is taken as what? Mu r. Mu r. Like that we take. Take the screenshot of this one. Yeah. Next one. See, resultant dipole moment may be calculated. The resultant dipole moment is nothing but mu r. What is mu r? Resultant dipole moment may be calculated using what? Vectorial method. Using vectorial method, what we can calculate here? Resultant dipole moment. Mu r can be calculated. So mu r is equal to under root mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 into mu1 mu2 cos theta. Mu r is what now? Resultant dipole moment, which is equal to what now? Under root mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 into mu1 mu2 cos theta. Here theta is what now? Angle between AB bond and AC bond. So we have taken what now here? AB bond and AC bond. Now this angle is what now? Theta. Is that clear, ma? Here mu1 is what now? This bond moment. Mu2 is what? This bond moment. And mu r is what now? Resultant dipole moment. So this resultant dipole moment can be calculated by using vectorial method, by which mu r is equal to what now? Under root mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 into mu1 mu2 cos theta. When theta is equal to 0, suppose when there is no angle between two bonds, when the angle is 0 here, the resultant dipole moment is maximum here. Now here cos theta means cos 0. Okay, means cos theta value 0, suppose here. 0 into this one 0. 0 plus this one means mu1 square plus mu2 square under root mu1 square plus mu2 square. Okay, then the mu r will be maximum if theta value is what now? 0. If theta is 0, the mu r will be maximum. Next, see here, mu r will be equal to mu1 plus mu2. Okay, when theta is equal to 180 degrees, suppose the resultant dipole moment mu r will be minimum. The resultant dipole moment will be minimum if theta is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so mu r is equal to what now here? Mu1 minus mu2. Mu1 minus mu2. Is that clear? Mu1 minus mu2 we take. Like this, the resultant dipole moment can be calculated by using vectorial method. Let's take the screenshot of this one. You'll be given mu1 value, mu2 value, and you'll also be given theta value. Cos theta values we must know. Cos theta values we must know, and mu1, mu2 will be given, and we will be asked to calculate what now? Mu r. Mu r. Is that clear now? Take the screenshot. Yeah. So some of the important molecules whose dipole moments are given here. So dipole moment of some common substances. Some common substances taken here. Okay. Now see, suppose HF molecule. HF molecule has the dipole moment of 1.92 dBi. 1 dBi unit is equal to what? 1 dBi unit is equal to what? 10 to the power of minus 18. 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeters. What is the dBi value? 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeters. Right? And also equal to what now here? 3.33 into 10 to the power of minus 30 coulomb meter. Coulomb meter. So dBi value we must always recall. So how many dBi HF molecule? HF molecule has 1.92 dBi, and HCl molecule 1.03, HBr molecule 0.78, HI molecule 0.38. Here, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all these belong to same group, na? What are these here? Group 17 elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Hydride of fluorine, hydride of chlorine, hydride of bromine, and hydride of iodine. So among the hydrides of halogens, from top to bottom in the group, what is happening to the dipole moment? Dipole moment is decreasing. Highest dipole moment is for which substance, which compound? HF molecule. So which hydride of halogens has the highest dipole moment here? HF molecule. HF molecule how much? 1.92 dBi. Remember. Okay. Why highest dipole moment here? Because the electronegativity difference between hydrogen and fluorine is greater. When electronegativity difference is greater, the dipole moment will be greater. That point you remember. Okay. Next, if you take now NH3, H2O, H2S, SO2. Among these here, what now? 1.46 dBi for NH3, and H2O has 1.84. H2S 0.92, SO2 1.6. Here remember H2O 1.84, HF remember value 1.92, and SO2 value, SO2 how much? 1.60, 1.60. Okay. Next, methyl chloride, important. Methyl chloride. What is the name of CH3Cl? Methyl chloride. What is the name? Methyl chloride. So methyl chloride has how much? Methyl chloride has 1.86. 1.86. In the given list, highest what? No, HF. Highest HF. Second highest what? CH3Cl. CH3Cl is called methyl chloride, which has 1.86 dBi units. 1.86 dBi units. Next what? Water. Water has how much? 1.84 dBi. 1.84 dBi for water. Next, H2S. Okay, C2H5OH, what? Ethyl alcohol. What is the name of C2H5OH? Ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol has how much? 1.68 dBi dipole moment. The dipole moment of ethyl alcohol is 1.68 dBi. And CH3CO, CH3 is called acetone. Nail paint remover is there, na? To remove the nail paint and apply another nail paint. We use what nail paint remover, na, which is nothing but acetone, CH3CO CH3. So acetone has 1.34 divide, and C6H5Cl is called chlorobenzene. What is chlorobenzene? All the names no need now. No need to what is by heart all these values and names. Okay. Important areas remember here. What are these here? Methyl chloride, H2O, SO2, HF. These molecules you remember mainly. Okay. And ammonia also you can remember. Ammonia. NH3 also 1.46. So these are all some important molecules whose dipole moments are given in this table. Right. Take the screenshot of this. Here 1D means what? 1D indicates what? 1D by. 1D by is equal to 10 power minus 8 in ESU into centimeters, or 3.33 into 10 to the power of minus 30 coulomb into meter. Coulomb into meter. Next, applications of dipole moment. What do you mean by applications? Uses. Applications of dipole moment. The dipole moment is applied in many cases. Okay. So first one is that to decide polarity of the molecule, whether the given molecule is more polar or less polar, whether the given molecule is polar, non-polar. These all things can be understood by using what dipole moment concept. To decide polarity of the molecule is the first application. Molecules having zero dipole moment. Molecules having zero dipole moment. So zero dipole moment, when you take zero dipole, what we take now, mu is equal to zero, we say. Mu is equal to zero. Dipole moment is zero. So molecules having zero dipole moment are said to be non-polar molecules. Non-polar molecules. Which molecules are called non-polar molecules? If the dipole moment of the given species, given molecule is zero, that molecule can be taken as what? Non-polar molecule. And those having mu is not equal to zero. A mu r means what? Resultant dipole moment. A mu r resultant dipole moment is not equal to zero. A resultant dipole moment is equal to zero. If the resultant dipole moment is equal to zero, that is non-polar molecule. If the resultant dipole moment is not equal to zero, that is polar in nature, means polar molecule is it. Polar molecule. If a molecule is polar, for the molecule to be polar, its dipole moment, the resultant dipole moment of the molecule should not be equal to zero. Should not be equal to zero. And for the molecule to be non-polar, the resultant dipole moment of the molecule must be zero or very near to zero. Okay. Take the screenshot of this ones. Yeah. Next, second application. Application means for use. Determine percentage of ionic character. Another application is what now? To determine the percentage of ionic character. Means whether the given species is ionic or not, or more ionic or less ionic. So the percentage of ionic character can be understood by using what? Dipole moment. See, the value of dipole moment can be used for determining the amount of ionic character in a bond. Okay, now how it is determined, we will discuss now. Consider a diatomic molecule. Consider a diatomic molecule, say HCl. HCl is what now here? Diatomic molecule. HCl is what? Diatomic molecule. Okay. Diatomic molecule is nothing but the molecule with two atoms. The molecule with two atoms is called diatomic molecule. So consider a diatomic molecule, say HCl. Suppose this molecule is completely ionic. This molecule is completely ionic. Suppose means what? It is not 100% ionic here. It is covalent molecule, polar covalent molecule. It is given that suppose this molecule is completely ionic. Okay. Under this condition, means when HCl is considered as completely ionic, suppose under this condition, H plus and Cl minus ions would have a unit charge equal to 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU. So what is this value? It is a charge of electron. What is this? Charge of electron. So charge of electron, how much? 4.8. The magnitude of charge. Magnitude of charge is what? 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU. Okay, if you take HCl molecule as ionic molecule, there will be H plus ion in that and Cl minus. And H plus ion plus 1 charge. Cl minus also minus 1 charge. So 1 is the unit charge here. So both H plus and Cl minus ions would bear, they will have a unit charge equal to what? 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU. And the bond distance between HCl atoms is 1.27 angstroms. 1.27 angstroms. So 1.27 angstroms indicates what now here? Bond length. What is bond length? It is equal to 1.27 into 1 angstrom unit is equal to how many meters? How many meters it is? 10 power minus 10 meters we have taken. Otherwise, 10 power minus 8 centimeters we can take. 10 power minus 8 centimeters or 10 power minus 10 meters. So 1.27 angstrom, how to take? 1.27 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters we can take, or centimeters we can take. In centimeters, how much it is? 1.27 into 10 power minus 8 centimeters. Okay, so it's about what now here? The conversion of angstrom into centimeters or meters. We have to consider all this in the numerical problems. Now, the bond distance between two atoms of H and Cl, what? 1.27 angstroms. Then charge on H plus and charge on Cl minus. Both will be 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESV. Thus, theoretical value of dipole moment. Mu indicates what? Dipole moment. Mu is what now here? Dipole moment. The theoretical value of dipole moment, considering the molecule completely ionic, is equal to the charge into distance. Na? The charge is how much here? 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU into 1.27 into 10 power minus 8 centimeters we have taken. 10 power minus 8 centimeters, because 1 angstrom is equal to 1 angstrom unit is equal to 10 power minus 8 centimeters, right? So ESU into centimeters we have taken. Now first we take now 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 into 10 power into 1.27 into 10 power minus 8 ESU centimeters we get first. After that we have to convert into dBi units. Okay, once take the screenshot, I will erase once. Yeah. Now check it here. Suppose here, now we have what now? Suppose we are getting this value. This value we are getting, suppose x value we are getting x ESU centimeters we are getting, suppose x ESU centimeter we got, right? Now this should be converted into what now? dBi. We have to convert into dBi units. We know that 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeters ESU is equal to what? 1 dBi, no? 1 dBi. Then here how many ESU centimeters we got? X ESU centimeter. X ESU centimeter is equal to how many dBi we have to say? How many dBi? Is the concept clear now? 10 power minus 18. 10 power minus 18. 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeters is equal to what now? 1 dBi. Therefore, x ESU centimeters will be equal to how many dBi we can calculate. Then it will be what now? 6.09 dBi units. dBi units will get. Is the concept clear now how to convert ESU centimeter to dBi? So like this, first we have to multiply these two, and then we have to get some x ESU centimeter. This x ESU centimeter should be converted into dBi units. So this concept is important in numerical problems. Let's take the screenshot of this. Yeah. Next. Dipole moment of HCl is also determined experimentally. Dipole moment of HCl is also determined experimentally. When you conduct any experiment on your own, that is called what now? Observed value. When we conduct on our own and calculate some value, determine some value, that is called observed value or experimental value. And whatever the scientists have decided the value is called what? Theoretical value. This dBi is what now here? Theoretical value. So theoretical we say, or what we can say, calculated we say, calculated. So calculated value or theoretical value, calculated divide or theoretical value, or we can say what now here, theoretical dipole moment, or calculated dipole moment we take. Is it clear? This value is theoretical. When HCl is 100% ionic, when HCl is considered 100% ionic, whatever we get the dipole moment, that will be taken as what now, theoretical dipole moment, or what is calculated dipole moment. Calculated dipole moment we take here. Is that clear, ma? Now, what we are saying here, dipole moment of HCl is also determined experimentally. Let the experimental value be 1.03 divide. So now given what now here is given experimental or observed. Experimental we can say, observed we can say. Observed mu. Mu indicates what now, dipole moment. The given observed dipole moment. So given that observed dipole moment is what? 0.13 divide. It is observed mu, or we say experimental mu. Experimental dipole moment is given what now, 1.03 divide suppose. And what we have got, theoretical value, calculated value or theoretical value of dipole moment, how much we got? 6.09. But experimentally observed value how much? 1.03 divide. That point keep in mind. Now the percentage of ionic character in HCl bond or in HCl molecule is equal to the percentage of which character now? Ionic character is equal to experimental value of dipole moment by theoretical value of dipole moment into 100. Experimental dipole moment value divided by theoretical dipole moment value into 100. Now experimentally how much is given? How many divide given? 1.03 divide given experimentally. Okay, and theoretically how much we got? 6.09. 6.09 we got. And given how much in the numerical problem? It is this value always given in numerical problem. Given in numerical problem. In numerical problem, whatever is given, we have to take as what now? Observed. We have to take as observed value or experimental value. And theoretically, we have to calculate. Okay, so 1.03 divided by 6.09 divide into 100 is equal to what now? 16.9 percentage. 16.9 percentage ionic character. Ionic character. So how much percentage of ionic character in HCl molecule? 16.9 percentage. 16.9 percentage ionic character in HCl molecule. How we got this percentage of ionic character here? By the formula, experimental value of dipole moment divided by theoretical value of dipole moment into 100 will give the percentage of ionic character in the given covalent molecule. HCl is what here? Covalent molecule, that is polar covalent molecule. HCl. HCl is what? Polar covalent molecule. Polar covalent molecule, HCl. Thus, the percentage of ionic character is equal to experimental value of dipole moment divided by theoretical value of dipole moment into 100. Is that clear, ma? Take the screenshot of this ones. Yeah. Yeah. So in this case, now what we have to understand is that for HCl molecule, what is given here? Dipole moment. Dipole moment theoretical we have to calculate, and what is given here? Bond length is given. Bond length of HCl is given in angstroms. That angstroms we have taken in meters, 10 power minus 10 meters. Then this charge of electron we have taken in coulombs. Charge of electron we have taken in what, ma? Coulombs. So theoretical dipole moment is nothing but the charge of the electron in coulombs into the bond length, the bond distance between the two atoms in meters. We take. Otherwise, we can also take the mu theoretical is equal to 4.8 into 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU we can take. If you take ESU here, it should be 1.27 into 10 power minus 8 centimeters we should take. Angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 8 centimeters. Otherwise, 10 power minus 10 meters. If we take Coulomb here, we have to take meters here. If we take ESU here, we take centimeters here, like this. So now mu theoretical we have taken what now? The charge of electron in coulombs into the bond length in meters we have taken. Now we got this value. This product of this value is what now here? Y Coulomb meter we got. Y Coulomb meter. That is Y capital C small m. Capital C indicates Coulomb. Small m indicates what? Meter. Is that clear? So mu theoretical we got in Coulomb meter. Now this value should be converted into what? Dy. Now see here, we know that 3.33 into 10 to the power of minus 30 Coulomb meter is equal to what now? Is equal to 1 dBi unit, right? Therefore now here how much we got? How much Y we got now? Y Coulomb meter we got now? Thus Y Coulomb meter, then Y Coulomb meter is equal to how many dBi units we have to get. Now how to get now cross multiplication now here? So Y into 1 divided by what? 3.33 into 10 to the power of minus 30. This value will be what now here? Dby in dBi. Let it be Z value, Z dBi. So we got now this dipole moment, theoretical dipole moment in dBi units. Is that clear, ma? So 3.33 into 10 to the power of minus 30 Coulomb meter is equal to 1 dBi we know. Then Y Coulomb meter will be equal to how many dBi? Therefore, cross multiplication here, Y into 1 Y divided by 3.33 into 10 power minus 30 Coulomb meter. So this value let it be Z dBi. Z dBi indicates what now here? It is the theoretical dipole moment of HCl. Now we got the theoretical dipole moment now. Next, what is the formula of percentage of ionic character? Percentage of ionic character what? Ionic character. What we have discussed is equal to mu theoretical, mu observed character. Okay, so which formula we have got here? Mu observed by mu theoretical. The formula of dipole moment means percentage of ionic character. In terms of dipole moment, we have taken what now? Mu observed by mu theoretical. Observed by theoretical. Here experimental is also called what I said? Observed. Mu observed by mu theoretical. Is that clear? So like that, mu observed by mu theoretical we have taken now. In this case also what we take now, percentage of ionic character is equal to what? Mu experimental divided by what? Mu theoretical into 100. Mu theoretical how much you got? Z dBi you got. Z dBi. And experimental will be given to you. Mu experimental will be given in problem. The numerical problem, the mu experimental, that is observed dipole moment, will be given to you. And the mu theoretical we have to calculate. Then into 100 will give what now? Percentage of ionic character of the given molecule. Is the concept clear to all? Let's take the screenshot of this one. Yeah. So remaining areas we'll discuss in the next class. Okay.